This is Engadget. Here's what's happening in the world of technology. Today is May 9th. Due to the ongoing chip shortage, BMW is temporarily shipping some vehicles without support for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, according to a report from Automotive News Europe, which we found through 9to5 Google. According to a statement the company gave to Automotive News Europe, BMW has changed suppliers and begun using a chip that does not fully support Android Auto or CarPlay. As a result, the company continued in its statement, affected vehicles will receive an over-the-air software update by the end of June at the latest. As 9to5 Google notes, you can check if your recently purchased vehicle is affected by checking for 6P1 in the car's production code. It also seems that all of the vehicles in question were manufactured in the first 4 months of 2022 and have final destinations in the US, France, Italy, Spain, and the UK. This is not the first time that BMW has delivered cars missing certain non-essential features in order to avoid shipping delays. Last fall, the company omitted touchscreen features from some vehicles, also due to the global chip shortage. And BMW is hardly the only automaker to take this tack either. Last fall, around the same time BMW was grappling with the touchscreen issue, Tesla decided to ship some cars without USB ports. Then earlier this year, Ford shipped some Explorer SUVs without rear climate controls. In the case of BMW's missing Android Auto and CarPlay support, it could be worse. As Automotive News Europe notes, when Mercedes-Benz was faced with a similar dilemma, it chose not to include the requisite chips in some vehicles, at which point customers would be forced to bring their cars into a shop to have them installed later. And Xbox users hoping to enjoy some solid playtime over the weekend were stymied on Saturday following an outage that lasted about 9 hours. Microsoft issued a tweet around 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, acknowledging that some users were unable to purchase and launch games or join cloud gaming sessions. The service Down Detector also logged a spike in error reports around that time. Players could have switched to physical discs if they owned a console that even had a disc slot, or in theory, they could have played offline. But as The Verge reports, even offline play wasn't working for some users. Microsoft posted an update around 1 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, saying users should no longer be experiencing those issues, though Down Detector notes a trickle of new complaints that has continued into Sunday morning. Adding to players' frustrations, this was in fact the second Xbox network outage so far this weekend. Xbox suffered a similar outage that began late Friday afternoon and extended into Saturday morning, with Microsoft then, too, warning of problems with launching and buying games and starting cloud gaming sessions. In addition, Microsoft admitted some users were also struggling during the earlier outage accessing streaming apps such as Netflix and Disney+. Microsoft only claimed to have fully resolved the Friday outage at 1 p.m. on Saturday, about 3 hours before user complaints began to spike again. If you want to catch the latest tech news as it's happening, check out Engadget.com or tune in again every weekday.
Spoken Layer.